Are you planning to visit Lisbon this summer? Well, you're in the right place, my friend. Today I'm gonna share with you some things that you can do for free in Lisbon. Whether it's an art exhibition or just a beach, there are plenty of things to do in Lisbon. Let's get started. We all know there is no ocean in Lisbon and no beaches. Surprise, surprise! Yes, in Lisbon we have a river called Tejo, and for the ocean you'll need to go, to the other side or to the other city. So the good news is that it's really easy to get to the beach. All you need is either a car, a train, or a bus, or you can even take a boat, and you'll be soaking up the sun in no time. The two main beaches where people go is Cascais and Costa de Caparica. Cascais is half an hour drive from Lisbon. Costa de Caparica, well, it will depend on the traffic because it's on the other side and sometimes there is a lot of traffic on the bridge. And the best part, if you go to Costa de Caparica, you can find different restaurants, beach clubs. There is also public beach available, so if you don't want to spend money, you can just bring a towel and lay down in the sun. If you want to go to a fancier place like a beach club, those are available to you as well. And please, if you go into Portugal in summer or any time of the year, bring SPF, minimum 30, because the UV index here, it's crazy. Now is April and it's 7 out of 10. Some days when it's plus 30 outside, the UV index is 10. And that simply means if you're white as Miss Yulia, you will get burns, and that's no fun. You'll be crying, you will not be able to sleep, so please bring SPF or get one here. There are several attractions that both visitors and residents can enjoy in Lisbon for free, and those are museums. On the first Sunday of every month, many museums will offer free admission to basically everybody, but there are also some places that will offer free admission on other days. For example, there is Museum Kalust Gulbenkian, and they offer free admission every Sunday after 2 p.m. And the museum, I honestly love it. The outside area is amazing. There's a tiny lake, some grass, lawns, you can sit on the bench, have a picnic, amazing. But also there's a place called Estufa Fria, which is basically a greenhouse, a huge greenhouse, and it's free on Sundays. And the infamous monastery Jeronimus can be visited every Sunday until 2 p.m. So you can basically go to Jeronimus, then you go to Gulbenkian, and then you go to Estufa Fria, and you can spend all Sunday in the museums. Lisbon is known for the amazing views, and there are a lot of viewpoints in the city. One of the most popular ones is the Miradouro do Graça, which is located in the neighborhood called Graça. It's a great place to watch the sunset, to have a picnic, but there are also different restaurants and cafes around that area, so if you feel hungry, you can always go there and grab a bite. If you want to see the city from above and enjoy some greenery, you might consider going to Miradouro do São Pedro de Alcântara. This viewpoint is located in Bairro Alto, the party neighborhood of Lisbon, and from there you can see the city, the river. There are also benches and a fountain. Sometimes they even hold events there. But these are just a few of many miradouros or viewpoints that are available in Lisbon. If you Google viewpoint, you'll get so many results. You can go to any of those. The views will be spectacular, so don't miss a chance to see Lisbon from different perspectives. The next one is my favorite, and it's a cemetery. Well, when people talk about visiting cities, they don't talk much about visiting cemeteries. However, Cemitério dos Prazeres, it's a different cemetery, trust me. Here are a few reasons why this cemetery in particular is very unique. First of all, architecture. Cemitério dos Prazeres is famous for its unique architecture and intricate sculptures. The cemetery was designed in 19th century by an Italian architect, and it features some neo-Gothic elements. This cemetery is a reflection of Lisbon's rich history, so many famous people are buried there, from politicians to artists to writers to musicians. You'll find the final resting place of some Lisbon's most famous people. And my favorite part is the view from the cemetery. The cemetery is located on a hill, so there is a kind of tiny viewpoint where you can see the bridge, the Jesus, you can take beautiful pictures, and every time anyone visits me in Lisbon, I take them there because the views, you will not get that views from anywhere. Park of Eduardo VII is one of the most popular parks in Lisbon. However, not everybody knows that there is a magnificent viewpoint over there. The viewpoint is located at the top of the park that can be accessed via stairs next to the Estufa Fria, but you can also walk through the park, you can rest on the grass, have a picnic with friends, and then make your way up to the viewpoint. What makes this viewpoint unique is that it's not crowded with tourists. The other viewpoints are busy with tourists. However, this one is quite free, I would say. Another great thing about this particular viewpoint is that it's surrounded by greens, so even if you're tired, you can sit on a bench in the shade and enjoy the views. Overall, the Park of Eduardo VII and the viewpoint are definitely worth visiting, and it's located not super far from the main area, from Praça de Comercio, from Avenida de Liberdade. It's literally 20-minute walk, so I highly recommend going to that park. And another free thing that you can do in Lisbon is walk. There are a lot of different interesting architectural pieces. There is, for example, Mat Museum. It's a huge modern museum located on the Tagus River. Some exhibitions there are even free for public, so before going to Mat or towards Mat, you can check if there's anything going on. From Mat, you can go to Tour de Belém, and then you go to the monastery of Jerônimos. Those two, even if you come closer to see them, that would be worth it. Tour de Belém is a historic tower that was built in 16th century. It served as a defensive structure to protect the city. What makes it special is the impressive architecture, which is prime example of the Manueline style, a unique Portuguese architectural style that combines Gothic and Renaissance elements. You can climb up this tower and enjoy the views. As for Jerônimos Monastery, first of all, it's a UNESCO heritage and one of the Lisbon's most impressive landmarks. And Jerônimos Monastery is a prime example of the Portuguese Gothic style. You can visit both the church and the museum and learn more about its history and significance. Another fun thing to do in Lisbon is to check street art, especially in the LX Factory. So Lisbon is famous for different street art. An artist called Bordalo II. You can explore the city's art scene by just walking around the city. As for the LX Factory, it's a neighborhood in Alcântara and it's kind of like a creative hub. It used to be an industrial complex, however, now there you can find different stores, different restaurants, there's a market happening on the weekend, like vintage market, food market, lots of things to do. But also you can find there different art pieces. For example, Lisbon's famous artist Bordalo II, he makes animals out of trash. And there you can find a piece made by him. I'm pretty sure if you once seen his work, you will recognize it easily. One of the most impressive features of LX Factory, I think it's the style, or rather the diversity of different styles, from abstract designs to political messages to murals to graffiti. I'm pretty sure you will find something that you really like over there. And another fun and free thing to do is to get lost in the streets of Alfama. Alfama is the oldest neighborhood here in Lisbon and it is known for its narrow streets. But also those streets, they're like labyrinth, so prepare to walk a lot. This area is also famous for fado music, and if you're not familiar with fado, fado is basically the national music that originated from Alfama in the 19th century. Despite of being the most touristy neighborhoods in Lisbon, there are plenty of things to do in Alfama. As I've said before, you can explore the streets, explore the mazes of Alfama, because Alfama was built so the predators cannot, enter the city. So all the streets, they go like everywhere, like in a literal maze. You can also visit the São Jorge Castle and the views from there are also spectacular. You can explore both the gardens and the castle for free. You can also check the street art. There are a lot of azulejos in Alfama. Azulejo is a traditional Portuguese style and in Alfama it's literally everywhere. You can walk, take a look, maybe take some fun pictures. And as I've mentioned before, Alfama is the hub for fado. Even though most of the places will charge you an entrance fee, if you walk outside, you can still get an idea of what fado music is. You might be even able to witness someone singing fado. Alfama has a unique character and you won't find it anywhere in Lisbon, so if you have time, go check it out. And honestly, the list goes on and on. Lisbon has so many different things to do, and if you're interested in part 2, you know what to do. Like this video, subscribe to this channel so you don't miss any new videos, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye!